tell us about the budget, where it is right now in the lead county council, and concern about whether adequate resources are.
Well, I'm going to go specifically with education, and as we all know here in Montgomery County and really the state, that education is the largest portion of the budget that's being considered. One of the things that I know this budget that the county council is looking at, Starr has put in there for increase for students.
That's the superintendent of schools?
Yes.
Joshua Starr?
Yes.
Okay.
You got that? Okay. The biggest concern to me is that he has put in budgets for additional teachers to focus on particular areas of reading and math,
okay,
which is great. He's also put in the budget for having additional levels for psychologists and others to help in specific, I guess you would say, human emotions and trying to deal with them on
which
on
is
that
something
level.
he was talking about from the very beginning coming in.
Yes,
I'm not so
yes.
focused on testing,
yes.
much more on the social, psychological,
exactly,
human being that's in
yes.
our schools.
Exactly.
Right.
My concern is not so much with what is not put in the budget, but what is actually happening or not happening in the system itself.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of teachers that have low expectations of African Americans and Latinos in our system, and for whatever reason, I think it's a social, economic situation that if you're from a low income area, that you are not a high achiever.
Right.
And therefore, they have expectations for Asians and whites here, and they have low expectations for African Americans and Latinos. When I say they, I'm speaking of not only the administration, but the teachers themselves.
Let's put on your King Henry crown here.
Oh, I don't want to be king.
But I want you to be king here. Give us some answers.
The answers should be hold people accountable for what they are or are not doing in the system.
Mm-hmm.
And we as parents, as citizens, should hold them accountable because they're dealing with our future. And if they're not handling it properly, we should hold them accountable and have them.
Do you think that
in or out.
The parents of that girl who was asked whether you belong in the class, do you think the parents should have said something to the teacher afterwards?
I didn't give you the full story. Yes,
okay.
they did, and
good.
we did too.
Good. That's good. So maybe that's one step.
I mean, and you've heard the cliche that we're talking about, it takes a village, but actually the village needs to react. The village needs to really do something about it.